I'll answer it in a second. Okay. So, what's happening? What's happening? I love Shay. He's one of my son's favorite players. I fuck with him. He's the closest thing to Kobe. But like I told my son in the fourth quarter, I'm gonna shoot him in his knee. I'm not gonna like try to kill him because I love him. But like we ain't got Luca, so they don't need to have Shay. I don't. I don't give a fuck. Jalen Williams is not Luca Doncic. Jalen Williams is closer to AR. They got they number two out, but they got their number one who's top three in the league. Our top three in the league. Well, shut the fuck up. Our top three in the league is out, and we got our number two who's barely playing, like barely here. He ain't been himself yet in the what 3 games he done played, 4 games. He ain't been himself. So they got their top three player in the world. We don't got our top three player in the world. Our number two is not himself yet. He's been out for a month. They don't got their number two. LeBron is the next best player in this series after Shea. In fact, let's go down the list. Give me the top 6 players in our series.
Shea.
Shea is number one. No, Luka's not playing. Top 6.
Like play. Oh, play.
Okay.
Okay. So Shea. I'd say right now LeBron over AR. Right, that's fair.
No.
But like right now.
No, because that's my problem when people do lists. That's my problem with your generation, but it's not just your generation. Niggas that's a little younger than me, even niggas that's my age, they tend to do this. That's why I don't do arguments about who's the best player in the league and who's top this, because all y'all do is look at right now. You can't just look at right now. You talking about Bron over AR based on what? Based on since AR has been back 3 games. No, you can't do that. You got to look at this at the very least. You gotta look at the whole season.
Well, no, I thought you meant right now.
Bro, no. I said in the series. I didn't say right now who's playing the best. Hell, you could have said Bron before the game. Bron had an average game tonight. He could have had an average game tonight. And AR could have went off for 40 or 50. It would have changed your mind. You would have said AR is back, right?
Yeah.
All right then. So that's dumb. So no, we're not looking at it for right here, right now, today. Who are the top 6 players in this series?
Shea,
1,
AR, LeBron,
AR 2, LeBron 3,
Chet
4. Now, who are the next 2 best players?
I would say Cason Wallace.
Let me see your phone. Go to Google. You would put Cason Wallace 5th. After LeBron, right? Shea, no, after Chet. Okay, so you said Cason Wallace.
Yeah.
I'm tripping. Oh yeah. Okay, keep going. You said Cason Wallace 5th. I said top 6. Who you got at 6?
IR.
You said who? Oh, Hardenstein?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not bad. I would possibly go with 2 other Thunder players over those 2. But I'm not mad at those picks, especially with one of my things to not go off of, but one of my reference cases. You say Wallace and Hardenstein. Basically, you're saying after Shea and Jay Will and Chet, after their top 3, after their big 3, you're saying the next best players for OKC is Wallace, then Hardenstein, and then who would you say is their next 3rd best player?
It'd be Caruso.
You say
Caruso.
Caruso.
The three
okay.
are close.
Hold on, wait. You picked who you picked. You picked who you picked. Okay. Now, what I just looked up is it confirms. You can go back and you can look at that. Don't even say it because everybody don't need to know my reference. One of my references. Now, I would say Caruso and Lou Dort are above Wallace and Hardenstein. However, I get, I completely get you going with Wallace and Hardenstein, and I'm not mad at that. Hardenstein is extremely important. What he's brought since he got there, I get it completely. I respect it. I like it. And Wallace, he a dog. I fuck with him. Caruso makes everything go for that team on both ends, especially defensively. And Lou Dort is the best defender on that team. So me personally, I would say after their big three, Caruso and Dort, if they aren't their best players, they're their most important players. And just like you said, if they aren't their best, the gap between those next four, Wallace, Hardenstein, Caruso, and Dort. Because would you say Dort is after Caruso?
I say AJ Mitchell.
You say AJ Mitchell again because you're looking at this one fucking year. Because you didn't even know who AJ Mitchell was a year ago.
I knew who AJ Mitchell was a year ago.
I mean, you be saying that shit, but if I don't hear you talk about them before they blow up, I'm gonna believe you riding the wave.
What need would I ever have to bring up AJ Mitchell in a conversation?
The need for not saying I know him once he start killing shit for this stacked up ass weld oil machine.
Okay.
So you putting AJ Mitchell over Lou Dort. So where's Lou Dort fall? Lou Dort like the 8th best player on the Thunder? That's what you telling me? Their top three, you said Wallace, Hardenstein, Caruso, AJ Mitchell. So Lou Dort is their 8th best player?
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous to me. But what's happening? That's fucking ridiculous to me. But I'm not gonna just say you're wrong. I'm not. Matter of fact, go back to Google for me. I'm not. Go back to Google, nigga. I'm not just gonna say you wrong. I'm not mad at that because damn, you only at 3%. Huh? Yeah, bring the charger. Plug this shit up. I need this shit real quick. Like I said, if Lou Dort is that low on the totem pole of best players for the Thunder, he damn sure is higher when it comes to it don't reach right here, plug it up. He damn sure is higher when it comes to most important. I guarantee he's looked at as a top 5 important player on that team. Okay? So he might be 8. Now, I'm not looking at I'm looking at more than just like you see I'm looking at stats, but I'm damn sure I'm not looking at just points. It's way deeper than that. Highlight Dort. Okay. Because offensively, I know that's not what he does. Matter of fact, I can line that up. He is way down here when it comes to points. Okay, that nigga don't matter. Okay, I'm glad right here he's next to Wallace because that's something good. But actually, I might want to look at more than just this season. Okay, he's right behind Wallace in threes. Wallace is known for his threes. Dort is known as a 3D, and he's right behind him. The free throw percentage is about the same. I would expect Dort to get more rebounds. The assists are somewhat close. Steals, what's the minutes? Okay, the minutes are just about the absolute same. Okay, and the points are down there basically even. But again, I would get. I said what's happening. I would get you going with Wallace. I would get why. I would say I would get why you would go with Wallace. The reason why I definitely would say Hardenstein for sure, is because I know Hardenstein is a double guy. You know what I'm saying? And even McCain somebody that's not mentioned, but McCain is dangerous as fuck. You know, I said at the deadline, the 2 best deadline pickups were Jared McCain to OKC and Jose Alvarado to New York. Okay. So I'm gonna set that down. Now, regardless of the next, who we said Shea, AR, LeBron, Chet was 4th, right? Mm-hmm. And then you name those next 2 OKC guys. Who are the next guys for the Lakers outside of our big three?
Um, no. Luke Kennard. I still think Luke Kennard is the best pickup of the deadline. Not the best. No, it might have been the best pickup of the deadline.
No. And I love Luke. Everybody know that. That's Duke. That's my boy. He's one of the greatest shooters of all time. He was an amazing pickup for us. And it was probably a top 5 pickup at the deadline. And I think at the deadline I might have said top 5 or I might not have mentioned Luke. But by the end of the season, I definitely said he was a top 5 pickup. But I'm not going with nobody over Alvarado to New York and McCain to OKC. There was a third one out there that I'm forgetting. I don't know if it was Kuminga to Atlanta in that trade or it was something else. It was something else that I had up there in that top 3. But anyway, come on.
Yeah, Luke, Smart, Laravia, Aiden.
Luke and Laravia are not above. Again, maybe I'm looking at importance over best. But even in best,
I forgot about Ruben.
how the fuck do you wait so long to say Aiden as far as importance? And you know I'm not a DeAndre Ayton fan. You said 2 names before, or at least 1 before Smart, and you just now, I forgot about Rory. Rory just shot like 55% from 3 last round. Luke was great in the first couple of games. Then he was a non-factor. I love Luke. I love Luke. I count on Luke. I believe in Luke. I want Luke to shoot it every goddamn time he got this much space. But the best players is still Marcus Smart. And after that, it's a toss-up between Rory and Aiden. Right now in their careers, we're going best 6 in this series. You got 2 Thunder, 1 and 4, 2 Lakers, 2 and 3. Whether it's Hartenstein, Wallace, or Dort, or Caruso, all 4 of them are going to be ranked above Marcus Smart in this series. That doesn't mean Marcus won't have a better series, because Marcus has a better opportunity to have a better series than Caruso or Wallace. Marcus is more important to us than Wallace for sure. Like I said, Caruso and Dort have ultimate importance to OKC. But Marcus Smart is extremely important to us. But as far as best / most important players in this series, Marcus, which we're not counting Luka because he won't play, outside of Bron and AR, Marcus is the top Laker, and he will be like 7th or 8th in this series. I'm not even 100% sure why I even brought this shit up at this point, but like we played Shea amazing tonight. The defense on Shea was great from the beginning of the game. Shea had 18 points tonight. Guess how many games he's had less than 20? I'll give you a hint. Guess how many times he's been held less than 20? That's the same question said in a different way. Guess what Shea's season low is this season in scoring? I'll give you another hint. They go together. 1 game under 20. His season low is 18. It just happened tonight. What was the score? I don't know what the score is.
Like 87 or something.
I don't know what the score is because I kind of stopped looking when we ended up getting down by 13 in the 4th. I think we was down like 11, 13 or something, right? JJ said something after the game that is absolutely right.
108, 90.
Boy, you just say shit. I think I said like 114 to 80 something like that.
112 to 87.
Anyway, like I said when we was down like 11, 13 midway through the 4th, I said we probably going to lose this game by 15 to 20. And that is not going to be an accurate description of how close this game was. I don't know if your stupid app do it, but I need the not the box score. I need the scoring summary, quarter by quarter. All right, that's right. That's what I need right there, bro. Okay. We lost the first quarter by 5, 26-31. If I'm not mistaken, that shit was tied at 23. We were up like 16-12 at one point, 18-12, some shit like that. We just ended the quarter bad. They won the second quarter 27-30. So we lost the first quarter by 5. We lost the second by 3. We were down by 8 at halftime. They ended that half on like an 11-2 run. And then they came out and they won the third by 4 as well. So, down by 8 at halftime, down by 12 coming into the fourth. This was a close game until the fourth quarter. Until the fourth quarter, this was a close game. I was extremely, and that's what I hated because I didn't want to even say this, but I was proud of how we played. Shit, we didn't lose by 20. Shit, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. Ain't no more victories. AR was 3 of 16. He had 8 points. Shit. Go to the box score.
That's all I see.
Yeah, that's the box score. Chet 24-10, 3 blocks. Early in the game, AR shut down Chet on like 2 or 3 possessions in the post. But eventually, his size is going to wear down. Hartenstein had 8 and 9. AJ Mitchell, that's his name, AJ, right?
AJ Mitchell.
He had 18, 6 dimes. McCain had 12. How many threes he hit? He hit 4. McCain hit 4 of 7 from 3. Or is that 4 or 5? No, 4 or 5 from 3. Nigga hit 4 or 5 from 3.
Isaiah Joe's like 4 or 6, right?
Isaiah Joe had 9 points, so no. He was 1 of 3 from 3. 4 or 6 from the field.
4 or 6 from the field.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm tripping.
Lakers. I just told you what AR did. He had 5 rebounds, 6 assists. The fuck? Goddamn gnat on my lip. Bron, he came out looking to score. He ended up with 27, 6 and 4. 12 of 17 from the field, 3 of 6 deep. Marcus Smart was 12, 7 downs, 4 steals. Ruri had 18. He hit 3 of 6 from deep. AR was 0 of 5 deep. Kennard was 1 of 3 deep. Laravia 1 of 1 deep. I hope Vando is all right because it looked like he actually was going to get an opportunity to play tonight and go to the other game. It looked like he was going to actually get a chance to play tonight, but he got hurt. It didn't happen. I mean, like I said, man, I ain't going to be giving no in-depth analysis of this series because we're not expected to win a game in this series. We're not expected to be within 20 in this series. And I'm still saying Lakers in 7, you bitch. I'm real proud of Detroit. They came out, even though they lost the second and third quarter. They came out crazy in that first quarter. And Cleveland, they slowed it down and they took control. And then Detroit just kind of was able to pull away in that fourth, even though they only won the fourth by 3 quarters. James Harden had like 7 turnovers. He took full responsibility after the game. Mobley, another game where he didn't have 10 rebounds. 14-9, 2 blocks. He wasn't terrible. You know what I'm saying? But 5 of his 11 shots were threes. I don't fuck with him. I don't trust him. Harden, 22, 8 and 7. It wasn't a terrible game. Even 6 of 15. At one point, I think he was like, he was above 50%, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, like I said, them turnovers is what killed him. And he took responsibility. Strauss was huge for him. He hit 4 threes off the bench. He had 19. Spider, he didn't do enough. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't bad, but, you know, they just needed more. The biggest encouragement for Detroit was they was able to win with Cade only going for 23 and 7. He was only 6 and 19 from the field. Cade did not have that great of a game, but he played well enough. He had 4 turnovers. He didn't have that great of a game. Jalen Duren had a double-double, but it was a weak one, 11 and 12. It was all right, you know what I'm saying? He was still 4 of 11 from the field. When you don't shoot past 5 feet from the field, From the goal, you can't go 4 of 11 from the field. Jalen Duren still has to be better. He's only had one game in these playoffs where he's been the All NBA player that he was this season. Duncan was huge. He was 5 of 8 from 3. He had 19 and 2 steals. What's your boy Jenkins' name?
Dennis Jenkins.
Yeah, he did his thing. 12, 7 boards, 4 steals, 3 assists. Azor ended up with 11, 8, 5, 1 and 1. He was great in the first half. I think in the second half he only had like 4 points and a rebound. But yeah, he did his thing. Tobias, he was big time. So you know, what I'm saying, good job for Detroit getting that win in a series that I'm not sure. Go to my list. I'm not sure how many people picking Detroit because coming into the playoffs, everybody was picking Cleveland, so they had to know Cleveland was gonna face Detroit in this second round. So I'm not sure how many people picking Cleveland. Shout out my boy Ronnie. I know he's gonna be watching. He's become one of my most loyal watchers. And I know he told me the other day that he got Cleveland in 6. I asked him why. He gave me an explanation. I gave him a rebuttal. And he agreed with what I said. I just can't trust the Cavs. I can't trust playoff Harden. He got 7 turnovers tonight. He's averaging 5.5 for the playoffs. I can't trust Spider to be great consistently enough. He was nowhere near great tonight. He was solid. He wasn't even good, but he was solid. And I don't trust Mobley. I trust Detroit to be more physical, and that's going to keep Mobley away from the field. 5 threes out of 11 shots. 5 shots out of 11 were threes. Barely over 50%. Didn't get 9 rebounds. All I don't trust about Cleveland happened tonight. The things I do trust about Cleveland is like Strauss showing up. What's the other white boy? Wade. Who you about to say?
Merle.
Yeah, Merle. I fuck with Merle. I won a lot of money fucking with Merle. You know what I'm saying? Them 3 balls. But the main guys, Jared Allen did not have a good game. Smook, if you watching, don't try to get on Facebook and kill me. I think he played 18 minutes. I mean, what is he supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't trust Cleveland as a team. I love Kenny Atkinson. We about to get into this coaching list. Kenny Atkinson has been one of my favorite coaches since he became a head coach in Brooklyn. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was his first head coaching job. I love. Yeah, D'Angelo Russell is this nigga's favorite player of all time. I guess maybe other than Kobe, I'm not sure. But I get it because he's explained it to me. My son was born in 2008, so whatever. Fucking D'Angelo Russell.
My first season watching basketball, like for real, was D'Lo rookie year. D'Lo's been my favorite player since.
D'Lo rookie year. A year that set the Lakers back so many years.
We got the second pick that
we should have fucking drafted Jahlil Okafor.
Oh,
we fucked up Jahlil. I said it that night. I was leaving the house, headed to work, watching the draft or paying attention to the draft on my phone, and I said it. We just fucked up Jahlil Okafor's life because now he just fell to 3. Philly's gonna take him, even though they just took Embiid. They don't need him. They're gonna take him. They're not gonna play him because Embiid's about to start playing soon. He had a very good rookie year. Once Embiid came back, he wasn't a part of the process. We fucked up Jahlil Okafor's career. If he would have been with the Lakers, he would have been our starting center for like the next 5 to 10 years. D'Lo was good. I didn't hate D'Lo, but D'Lo and Lonzo didn't fit, and I do feel still that Lonzo was the right pick that year. Not Tatum and B.I. wasn't in that year. I think it was Tatum in that year, if I'm not mistaken. And Lonzo was the right pick over Tatum simply because of our need. Because of our need, Lonzo was the right pick over Tatum. And Tatum, that's Duke. Come on now. You think I wouldn't have loved for Tatum to be a Laker, bro? Come on, bro.
D'Lo, B.I. and Tatum would have more rings right now than that one ring without LeBron.
Nigga, I'm not denying that. I literally said I never wanted LeBron to come because I knew he was going to make AD come. And I knew the only way we could get AD was to give up our young bucks. So of course, I never wanted to give up our young core. That still don't mean that the Lakers didn't fuck up Jahlil Okafor's career, and they set us back by taking D'Lo over Jahlil Okafor. We should have took Jahlil Okafor. It's that simple. Um, the other night I made a case about Finch, and I think I made it again this morning. Let me see my list. About Finch being a top 3 head coach in the NBA. My son, he's 17. You gotta forgive him because even old niggas do it. Where your list at? That's your list, okay. Even old niggas do it. Niggas that's in their 20s and 30s. But they live in the moment. Even though what started this list, why I made this list is because I said, is Finch top 5? I think Finch top 5. Finch gotta be top 5. I said that in like 2 or 3 videos, and I said it over and over multiple times in each video. Then I was talking about Udoka. I was like, Udoka got to be top 5. Udoka top 5. Udoka been top 5. But again, Ronnie Branch, he pointed out to me why he feels Udoka's overrated. And I'm like, huh? Udoka overrated? He gave me his explanation. I agreed. Absolutely. He's an amazing defensive coach. He's a terrible offensive coach. He's a guy that when you create him on the game, it's like an offensive lineman. He's a great run blocker, but he's a terrible pass blocker. I can't play you at tackle because you can't pass block. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Udoka's weird, and I really just sat down and evaluated. I ended up writing down 15 coaches, which I guess my son followed suit. He didn't have to, but I ended up with 15 coaches on my list. So my son's list has Ty Lue at 15. Whoever the fuck Jordan Ott is at 14. Suns coach. So how many games has this nigga coach? Like 3. Mitch Johnson, who's coached 5, at 13. Udoka 12. Dagonaut, however the fuck you say his name, the OKC coach, at 11. His top 10 starts off with Jason Kidd. Number 9 is Nick Nurse. 8 is Spo. 7, Rick Carlisle. 6, JB Bickerstaff. I know that hurt his heart to, I know he probably just didn't put JB in the top 5 just because he didn't want to hear me say he was being biased. But trust me, it's a whole lot more wrong with your list than you having JB at number 6. Finch at 5. Probably only did that because I said it. But he do be riding with the Wolves a little bit. I think he definitely picked them against Denver. And I think even last year or the year before, he was like, whatever. He likes Ant. Kenny Atkinson at 4. I'm gonna take credit for him having Kenny that far up because don't nobody talk about Kenny Atkinson but me. I love Kenny Atkinson
since he was with the Nets with D'Lo. Like I've always loved Kenny Atkinson.
Okay. I'm gonna definitely take recency bias on him having Quinn Snyder at 3, and I love Quinn Snyder. He also just figured out Quinn Snyder went to Duke, but I love Quinn Snyder. I really didn't think Quinn Snyder was gonna be as low as he is on my list as I have him, but I love Quinn. He got JJ too. That's definitely my influence, unless he wants to correct me. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me why.
I mean, no, I just think like, especially being back, I've appreciated JJ more. Just like you pointed things out, I just realized JJ's like just a genius for it. Like I knew that. But
so why you do like this? I was right. I said my influence.
I mean, like
he got Missoula 1. He might have had a case 3-4 days ago. Missoula just got outcoached by Nick Nurse. Completely outcoached. These playoffs dropped Missoula out of my top 5 and dropped Udoka, if not out of my top 5. I thought he was in my top 5, but they dropped him out of my top 10. Even though Udoka did outcoach JJ in games 4 and 5. He outcoached JJ in games 4 and 5. Just like JJ admitted that Dagonaut, whatever, however the fuck you say his name, he outcoached him all season. Today, though, tonight, JJ outcoached Dagonaut. Again, Shea only had 18 points. Why we went from losing this game to losing it by 10 to ending up losing it by damn near 20 is because OKC is just that much better than everybody. That's why we lost the game by damn near 20. But JJ won the coaching thing. It just says so. I got an alert. Marcus Smart blunt reaction to our loss. I really want to see that before I'm done with this video, so I'm gonna try to be able to find it on his. So my list, I got Quinn 15. I got JB 14, and I'm gonna explain why I have him so low. I have Udoka 13 because I didn't think I would have JB that low, but I'm gonna explain why. Mike Brown, who I'm not a fan of at all. I've never liked Mike Brown. Back in Cleveland days, with LeBron, I always said potato head, don't even be out there doing shit but looking dumb. But he earned my respect in Sacramento. He learned a lot under Kerr. Mike Brown learned a lot under Kerr. I think he learned more from Kerr than he did from Popovich. And at 11 is Kenny Atkinson. He's one of my top 5 favorite coaches, but he's number 11. Okay. Like I said, I went in Stinson this. I just took the reason why I'm now just getting on this shit an hour after the game is because I took like 30, 40 minutes really trying to decide how I was going to place these coaches. Kenny Atkinson, I mean, he wins a lot, bro. He wins a lot. However, there's 7 coaches right now in the league who've won a championship. And of the 15 I named, 1, 2, 3, 3 others have been to a championship as a head coach. And Udoka, Brown are 2 of them. Another one I haven't named yet. He's actually number 10, so he's going to be the next name I mention. I got Kenny above Mike Brown, who I have above Udoka. I would never have had Udoka that low until this series. Until not even just this series, but this season. I feel like Udoka just did his worst job of coaching this year. He did his absolute worst job of coaching this year. And circumstances and personnel played a part, but he didn't get the most out of his guys. Mike Brown, again, what he did in Sacramento has to be applauded. And even though I feel like Thibodeau would get more out of this Knicks team this season, Mike Brown might be the coach that takes them to the championship that Thibodeau couldn't get them to. So you have to give him his respect on that. JB Bickerstaff. JB kind of built Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken. After like, because Lou got fired once LeBron left. Lou got fired 6 games into that next season. I forget who took over for Lou right then and there. I forget. But I think JB came after that. I think. Or maybe JB took over after Lou. I don't know. But Lou JB kind of built the standard of where Cleveland is at right now.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, JB was the coach when Spider first came.
Yeah, he was the Spider.
He got to Detroit right after they were terrible. Who was Detroit coach that year?
Monty.
Yeah, that's right. Monty Williams. Hey, man, Monty Williams is a great coach. Monty Williams is a great coach. I don't care what nobody say. I fuck with Monty.
Yeah, 14.
Nigga, you know how many coaches only won 14 games sometimes? Like, shit, nigga, man, fuck out of here, nigga. Them niggas was young and dumb.
Okay, I'm excited.
JB came. He's turned around Detroit. They looking absolutely amazing in these past, especially this season, right? You know what I'm saying? However, guys I have above them, they have better faces. Quinn Snyder just had an amazing year in Atlanta. Quinn Snyder was Spider's coach in Utah. Quinn Snyder is a genius with how he does things. And he's in the upper half of coaches in this league. But I got him the last of the upper half. Jason Kidd is number 10. Rick Carlisle, one of my all-time favorite head coaches, is number 9. Joe Mazzulla, I just dropped probably from number 3 to number 8. One reason is because he can't be above Nick Nurse. The way I feel right now, he can't be above Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse is number 7. And one that a lot of y'all love that I've been up on. I've been down on. I've been more down than up on, but I'm back up on. Number 6, Teron Lue. Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd was never even an assistant. Jason Kidd, I don't even know if he coached a 6-year-old team. Jason Kidd went from playing to being a head coach, and everybody gave him shit for it. Everybody hated him. Jason Kidd did damn good in Brooklyn. He went to Milwaukee. He set the standard to what Giannis has become. He developed Giannis. Y'all was mad at what he was doing with Coop this year. He
Did the same thing with Giannis.
put shit in Coop this year that prepared Coop for the year he had and is going to prepare Coop for the rest of his career.
Giannis played shit.
Jason Kidd is an amazing coach. And he got a team led by Luka and Kyrie, 2 players that y'all thought couldn't even play together, to a championship. They just ran into Boston, who it was finally time for Boston to win again. Rick Carlisle. I think he's only had like 4, other than this year, probably like 4 losing seasons since he won the championship in 2011. Huh?
4 seems
Since he won the championship in 2011. And we know this season was completely circumstantial. I'm not holding this season against Carlisle. However, I want to see what next season does, because even though I love Carlisle, he's one of my favorite all time, there has been times in his career where I've thought, man, is Rick outdated? You know what I'm saying? Does he still got it? Is he still one of them? Next year is going to tell a lot for me because Halliburton will be back, and they'll have one of these top rookies. Plus, they just got Zubac. They still got Siakam. Like, Indiana should be right back in the mix next year. So, we'll see. If Carlisle stays near the bottom of the top 10, if he moves up right outside the top 5, if he can get back in the top 5, we'll see. I had to drop Mazzulla because, first and foremost, Mazzulla inherited an amazing situation from Udoka. Udoka fucked it off. Udoka inherited an amazing situation from Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens' life as a basketball coach, I literally looked this shit up back in February. It was Valentine's Day or Valentine's Day weekend, whatever Saturday that was. I looked it up. Brad Stevens' career as a coach, I am going to do an entire show just on Brad Stevens' career as a coach and an executive. Brad Stevens is an anomaly. Brad Stevens is living the American dream. And I don't even fuck with America like that. But Brad, if I was a white man, I would want to be something close to what Brad Stevens has had as a life. Brad Stevens' life as a coach is fucking amazing. It's really incredible. And he could step out of that front office and go down there and coach the Celtics right now and they won't miss a step. Because this is the team he built. They're still playing his style. What?
So they might be better.
They will be better. Because Mazzulla is too fucking arrogant and stubborn. He's so smart that he's dumb as fuck. That's why they shoot the threes the way they do. Udoka, well, now we see why they just kept shooting the threes, because Udoka can't coach offense. So he's just basically telling them, y'all just go, do what you're supposed to do over here. See, me as a basketball coach, my rule, everybody who's played under me as a basketball coach knows, if you play hard defense, if you go out there and you just defend hard, 94 feet, I'm going to let you hoop on offense. I'm going to let you hoop on offense. Hoop. Get to the basket. Run. Get good shots. Not letting you shoot 30 to 53s every fucking night. And I'm talking about on the kid level, high school level, 30. Once we get to the NBA, I'm not letting you shoot 40, 50, 60. That's fucking dumb. Mazzulla's a good coach, don't get me wrong. He's a mad scientist. But he's one of the motherfuckers who sometimes can be so smart he's dumb. So me knocking him out of my top 5, I'm completely fine with. Nick Nurse completely outcoached him. Nick Nurse is another one who, no matter what you want to say about his championship in Toronto, he did that shit. Kawhi left, they still won like 53, 54 games. Nick Nurse is a damn good coach. If Philly has been healthy since Nick Nurse has been there, who knows how much more winning he would have done in recent years since he's been in Philly. Nick Nurse is a damn good coach. Teron Lue not being in my top 5, but being the top one outside of my top 5. Those 4 guys are championships winning coaches. Ty Lue, 2016. Nick Nurse, 2019. Joe Mazzulla, 2024. And Rick Carlisle, 2011. Jason Kidd got there in 2024 and lost. Mike Brown got there back in 2007 when he was LeBron's assistant coach. The assistant coach to LeBron. And Udoka got there in 22 and lost to the Warriors.
JB did this year.
This year, JB or Mike Brown can move up on this list. They can most definitely. Just like I looked at another thing. This is one of the few years I can remember there being 10 legitimate superstars in the NBA. And I'm not even counting LeBron, KD, and Steph, who are ultimate superstars. They're legends. I'm not even counting them. But there's 10 legitimate superstars in the league. And no, I almost said he was, but Cade is not one yet. He can be. He can be. So, this is what that is. As a matter of fact, just remind me, I'll get back to it. We're going to finish this coach list. Ty Lue. Ty Lue has earned my respect, especially this year. He did a hell of a job. There's years that I felt he vastly underachieved in LA, but there's been years that he overachieved. And if it wasn't for COVID, I hate it because we won the championship that year, but I think the Clippers would have won the championship that year. Number 5, JJ Redick. I'm going to get to that in a second because I know y'all think that's just a bunch of bias. All I'm going to say is there's only 4 coaches who have won more games in the last 2 seasons than JJ Redick. That's all I'm going to say. It's only 4. It's only 4. And I've already named 3 of them. The other one who's won the most games in the last 2 years, you already know, OKC coach. I put him at 4. He's a champion now. He deserves it. However, I will say, a person who is not on this list is Mitch Johnson. Not on his list for me. My son had Mitch 13. I don't have Mitch in my top 15. I probably would put Mitch 16. Mitch just took over as head coach, like not a full season last year. If the Spurs win the championship this year, because Wemby is an alien, Wemby breaks all rules, the Spurs can win a championship. Mitch Johnson and his Spurs have dominated Dagonaut and the Thunder this year. And if they're going to win a championship, more than likely, they're going to dominate the Thunder again to do it. The Thunder, to me, don't look like they can be beat. Right now, they're 5-0 in the playoffs. They ain't been beat. But if anybody can beat them, I've said this in January, it's the Spurs. So, Mitch Johnson, in his first full season as a head coach, second season, if they win the championship and he skips the line the way Wemby led them to skip the line, Mitch is going to move from 16 all the way up above Dagonaut. So he'll be 4th on this list, and he'll knock JJ out of the top 5. It's only fucking right. It's only fucking right, because as much as Dagonaut has won in these last 2 years, what gets him solidified in that top 5 over Teron Lue, keeping Teron Lue and Nick Nurse out of that top 5, knocking Mazzulla out of that top 5, is he won a championship last year. If they didn't win the championship last year, even with all the wins last year, it would have been a failed season. And right now, it's incomplete. Now, they go on to win the championship this year, and I'm saying without winning it last year, meaning this year is his first championship, he would go right back up to where he's at, 3rd or 4th. Now, if he wins this year and last year, the thing with him, my son had him 11th, and I respect that. That's one thing I really respect. I don't respect you having Lue that low, especially above a motherfucker Phoenix. Like, what the fuck did Phoenix do to have you put this guy this high? Like, that's crazy. I respect you having Mitch there, even though it's a little high for me. I have him outside of top 15. You got him 13. I'm fine with that. You got Imy 12. I had him. I had him 13. Cool. You got Kid 10. I think I had him 10. Yeah. You had Nurse 9. I had Nurse 7. That's it's in the same room. Spo 8 is crazy. You gotta explain that to me. But I think I understand why he has Spo 8. He's not thinking all the way about it the way I had to because I respect that. There has been times where I have not had Spo as where I have him now, or anywhere near where I have him now. You had Carlisle 7. I got Carlisle 9. So basically, like him and Nurse kind of flipped. You got JB 6. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I understand. But again, that's the same reason you got JB 6 is why you got Mitch 13. I am completely dumbfounded on why this guy is even in this fucking list, the Suns coach. I'm completely dumbfounded on that. And it's the same reason you got Quinn Snyder third. You told me you had Atkinson top five basically because that's been your favorite coach. I get it. I still feel you got Finch that high because of how much I've mentioned it of late to have it on your mind. Not saying you don't like Finch because it's clear that you know, will root for Minnesota, but I don't know if you would have Finch for sure. Make sure that you got Finch in your top five. If I hadn't been screaming he's top five this past week,
I don't think he'd be lower than 6. I think maybe like the most I can give you is you talking about is why he's above JB, but that's like he'd be higher than Carswell. Like Finch would have been lower than 6.
I got Finch third. Him and JJ are the two who don't have a ring and haven't been to a championship that are above anyone who has, above Lou, Nurse, Missoula, and Carlisle today. Carlisle's prime is a long time ago, even though last year you could say he was back in his prime. Lou's prime was a long time ago, although you could say this was one of the best coaching jobs he's ever had. Nurse, you could say his prime was a few years ago, but again, he's had circumstances that have just been fucked in Philly. And Mazzulu, I mean, he's literally like in his third, fourth year of coaching. His third. This was Mazzulu's third year of coaching, right? But he won a championship, so he has to have some kind of respect. If he's not going to be solidified in that top five, if he fucked himself at the top five this year, he has to still be top 10. But number one, not at all. So before I get to my top two, which fuck it, y'all know it's Spo and Kerr. It's Spo and Kerr, and it's in that order. I have Spo above Kerr. I almost said no, I can't do that. All these coaches that have rings only have one, except for Spo who has two. They were over a decade ago, and Kerr who has four. And the one in 22 was the most solidified one. 18 to 17, yeah, we know what that shit was. 15, that was amazing. 16, not getting it and letting Lou on this list, that was amazing for all the wrong reasons. But I don't think that was Kerr's fault. I blame Draymond and Steph. Y'all don't blame Steph the way y'all should. I blame Draymond and Steph. I always said when it happened, I said I will never forgive Steph for letting LeBron be the first one to come back from 1-3 in the finals. The reason I got Spo above Kerr, I want to know why he got Spo eighth first, and then I'm gonna tell you why. And be honest, just tell me don't listen to nothing I said to change your mind. Tell me why you got Spo eighth.
One just like I think just there's been down years. I think like he's worked with just recently. He's worked with like not great rosters. It's just like I just like in my opinion, there's nothing that has just like spoken like made me be like he's better than the 7 guys I have, especially like right now these past like 2 years. Like, cause like mine is like a big thing. Like yours is more like all-time greatness. I would say the mine is are just being great. The mine is definitely more like who would I rather have my coach and my team right now. That's why I'm.
Miami Heat seasons. But what the fuck? Well, your phone stupid. Miami Heat seasons. Okay. I'm about to show you why Spo is above Kerr at number 1. Okay. I'm not even looking at the LeBron years. Right? So forget that. The year LeBron left, we know what happened. Shit was fucked up, right? So the year after that, 2016, just 2 years after Bron's gone, they get to the second round, missed the playoffs, lost in the first round in 2018. 2019, missed the playoffs again. Since 2020, Spo's been to 2 championships. Tell me somebody on that team, those 2 teams that made championships, not named Jimmy Butler, not named Bam Adebayo,
Tyler Hero.
and not named Tyler Hero.
They was there both years or just anybody on those?
Both.
Teams?
Okay, name somebody on the teams.
That 20 year PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker. I love PJ Tucker, but PJ Tucker.
Um,
What was PJ Tucker's role with the Miami Heat that year? Continue.
PJ Tucker.
Come on. We less than 9 minutes to an hour.
Okay. PJ Tucker.
My point is you having to think about it. My point, Udonis was a fucking coach in a jersey. Get your phone off. That's my point. Spo has taken the Heat to the finals 2 years that they had absolutely no business making the finals. That first year, that should have been Milwaukee. And in 2023, it should have probably been Boston. Matter of fact, it should have been Boston. They lost in the conference finals the year before to Boston. Since then, they lost the first round a couple times, this and that, whatever. Bam Adebayo has been the best player there. Bam is great. Bam can hoop. He's a hooper, right? If Michael Beasley said, I believe it. Bam Adebayo is not a great NBA player. Tyler Hero, we still don't know how good he can or will be. Those have been the 2 best players for the Miami Heat the past 6 years outside of Jimmy Butler. As far as who's still there, it's been Bam and Hero. Jimmy willed that team. Jimmy Butler, somebody who Tom Thibodeau couldn't control in Minnesota and still loved him. Thibodeau still loved Jimmy and he couldn't control him. Who coached Jimmy in Philly? My boy, it's a B. His name was B. It's that old nigga. Look up Philly head coach 2016. Damn, what's that nigga name? I just seen it too. He could still be a head coach in this league. He was a damn good coach. A damn good coach. Couldn't control Jimmy. Spo controlled Jimmy. Even if it was Pat, Miami controlled Jimmy.
Brett Brown.
Brett Brown was a motherfucker. The combination of Pat Riley, Spo, and Jimmy Butler willed the Miami Heat to 2 finals and an Eastern Conference final when they shouldn't have. They were like 8 seeds. They had no business making it to the conference finals, let alone the finals either of those years. Spo has done more with less. That's why. And you really were on track with what you said. Your reasoning for having them so low, though, is what I said. You're just looking at the right now. So that's why you have them so low. But over these last 8 years, Spo has done the most with less. Kerr, I've been up and I've been down on Kerr. 22 solidified me with Kerr, solidified me with Steph. Yes, I needed solidification with Steph. After them motherfuckers had KD, yes, I needed some solidification. Because I needed to know in 2019 when KD walked, I needed to know, all right, Steph, I love you. You great. But you going to be out here dancing still? When you ain't got KD to your right, Clay to your left? KD gone, Clay hurt. You going to be out here dancing? We got robbed in 2020 when Steph broke his hand. Because I had already put that shit to bed before he broke his hand. I think Steph only played 6 games. And I had already put that shit to bed. Steph started that season amazing.
I remember us talking about it in the car. That's when D-Lo was with them.
Yes, D'Lo was there that year. I put that shit to bed. I said, okay. I said, we got robbed, but let's see. He came back the next year. They were down. He was mostly healthy, but he still was Steph. And then 2022, they won it, and he was the Finals MVP. From that point on, Steph Curry been stamped. And even though I have been upset and questioning shit that Steve Kerr has done since, Steve Kerr is still stamped. And the biggest stamp on that was what Draymond Green said about him throughout the rest of this, towards the end of the season, not knowing if Draymond will be back, if Kerr will be back, or what. Steve Kerr is stamped. Him and Spo, there's not even a question who the top two head coaches in the NBA are over the time frame. Right now, I'm taking JJ Redick over anyone. And I said this before, but I'll say it on this video since this is specifically about it. Who expected the Lakers to be a top 4 seed this year? Who expected LeBron to willingly accept a role as the third guy? Who expected Luka to get in shape and have the best fucking season of his life? Who expected DeAndre Ayton to buy in? Who empowered Marcus Smart to lead a team that has LeBron on it? Who saw we can't make an open three, so I'm going to go out and I'm going to get the best three-point shooter in the league? Who has won back-to-back 50-win seasons as a Lakers head coach since Phil Jackson? JJ Redick is the best head coach in the NBA right now today. But I have him 4th overall. Dagonaut just won a championship. Dagonaut has fucking killed us all season. So he has to be above JJ. And Spo and Kerr are the undoubted. They're the Bron, KD, and Steph of coaches. Spo and Kerr are of current coaches. That's who they are. Mitch Johnson, like I said, they win the championship this year. He up there. He's 4th. I'm taking Finch 3rd because of everything I've said about Finch here lately, man. Finch, I love how Finch approaches the game. Finch calls out his star player. If I'm not mistaken, I think Finch coached under Pop. I think Finch calls out his star players the way Pop called out his star players. He calls them out better than Phil would. Phil used to use Zen shit to call out Shaq and Kobe, and I don't even think Phil called out Michael, really. But, like, Phil would be on some Zen shit. He would do it in a sarcastic asshole type of way. Pop actually, would say shit was Timmy's fault. Parker was terrible. Like, Ginobili was horrible. Ginobili, I said Ginobili. But, Finch calls out Ant. He holds Ant accountable. And I've been saying it. Of all the superstars in the league, Ant is... We about to go over an hour because I forgot I got to get to the superstars. Ant is one of the best teammates in the league as far as a young superstar. I love the way he uplifts his teammates. Ant no Cat soft as cotton pussy. But he would try his best to uplift Cat like Cat couldn't be fucked with. And he know Ant knew. Man, Joel about to kill this nigga. But you ain't gonna say that shit out loud. Julius Randle came. It was easy for Julius to follow and lead because he uplifted him. Ant no Rudy ain't shit in certain aspects. But you can't say he ain't shit to Ant. Ant tells y'all his favorite player is Jaden McDaniels. And Jaden McDaniels goes out and plays like a fucking star player of a team. Ant is a great teammate. Okay, there's usually on average about 8 superstars in the NBA at one time. Right now, we're in a very unique space where we have about 10 legit superstars, and that's not counting the 3 legends. Who are they? You tell me who they are, and I'm gonna tell you if you're right or wrong.
Shea, Jokic, Giannis, Wemby, Ant, Tatum,
Shea, Jokic, Giannis, Wemby, Ant,
Tatum.
Tatum.
Um, you're gonna say Brunson, right? Brunson.
You fucking right. Brunson is a superstar.
It's Cade. You said Cade. You're not gonna say Donovan Mitchell. What's his name? Jaylen Brown would be on your list.
Jaylen Brown got there this year. I give it to Jaylen Brown this year. He became a superstar this year.
Maxey. Maxey, no.
Maxey is right there with Cade in the next wave. There's a wave who's right there next up, and Cade and Maxey are the ones who are next up. Like I said, I almost gave it to Cade, but I'm gonna tell you why. And it's the same reason. Go ahead.
I said I don't think you would think of counting, but I'd say Ja, just status-wise, is still.
Ja lost his superstar status.
Status-wise, I mean.
Ja lost his superstar status.
Okay.
Ja is the one, and there's two more who possibly were superstars, but they lost it. And them other two, I don't even think they were. I think they were right there on the verge of it, but didn't quite go over the hill. Ja actually made the Western Conference Finals, right? Yeah.
Wait.
I think he did. If I'm not mistaken, I think Ja made the Western Conference Finals.
No, they lost to the Warriors. They were second round.
Who did the Warriors beat in the Western Conference Finals that year? Because Ja and them, they beat us in the first round that year, right?
Then they lost to Golden State. I think Golden State played.
Oh no, look at it. Come on, man. You missing two superstars. You said who did you say? Giannis.
Your overseas guys.
Giannis, Wemby, Joker.
I didn't say Luka. I'm tripping.
Exactly. You didn't say Luka.
Okay, that's just
This motherfucker. Like I told y'all, bro, he the fakest Laker fan I know. He really ain't the fakest Laker fan I know. But you said JB, you said Tatum. You said
overseas guys.
Giannis, Wemby. You just said Luka, Joker, and Shea.
Yeah.
Not overseas, but not American.
Not American.
That's the five. You're right. You said Giannis. You said Tatum. You eventually said JB. You're missing two. No, you said Ant. You just said Luka. So you said Ant. You're missing one. Matter of fact, you said him. You said Brunson. Okay, you said Brunson. Now, here we have it. He doesn't like that for the last year I've had Brunson above Cade. However, I proved to him why Brunson above Cade.
You did though, like.
Boy, yes the fuck I did when I showed you, nigga. When I showed you that shit, I showed you this. I gave him their numbers blindly, and I said, "Tell me who." And he said, "Get the fuck out of here." This nigga picked Brunson as the better player. I looked at their numbers from last season. I looked at their numbers heads up in last season's playoff game matchup, and I looked at their career playoff numbers. Cade just got out the first round this year. Brunson went from an overlooked, I believe, second round sixth man. He had to fight to become a sixth man in Dallas. Then he led Dallas when Luka was out to the second round. He left, went to New York, and since he's been in New York, all he's done is taken New York, the fucking New York Knicks, to the Eastern Conference Finals. Cade is right there. Stop being biased. I love Cade. Literally, I've loved Cade longer than I've loved Brunson because I was a fan of Cade in high school. Cade ain't past Brunson yet. Can Cade do it this year? Yes, he can. All he got to do is get past Spider and Harden and hope Brunson gets past Maxey and Embiid. And he got his opportunity in the Eastern Conference Finals to jump Brunson. He got his opportunity to jump Brunson. But for right now, Jalen Brunson. He's doing this shit in New York City, son. Markets matter. Detroit is a big market as well. But that brings me to the other guys. Because Philly is a big market. Like I said, Cade and Maxey are next up. Who's beneath them? Who did I say might have used to been a superstar, but not quite still there or isn't still there? I feel like they weren't quite ever there. They were on the verge, but they didn't quite get there. I said them the other night. Spider and Devin Booker.
I think D Book is definitely a superstar, especially after that championship year. Championship run.
Nah. Like I said, it's possible.
But I feel like that late Utah spot, like like the birds you say personally, I probably would have said he was.
Like I said, there's hardly ever been more than 8 superstars at one time in the league. We're looking at 13 right now. When you count Braun.
You didn't say Kawhi.
Oh yeah, 14. You're right. You're absolutely right. Because I said him earlier on my thing. It's in my phone. But yeah, it's 14. Because I literally said there's damn near 15. You're absolutely right. When you don't count the old guys of Bron, KD, Steph, and Kawhi, there are still 10 legitimate superstars in this league. Meaning guys who are in their prime. Because Bron, Kevin, Steph, and Kawhi are no longer in their prime. They're still great and they're still who they are. But in their prime, first off, Wemby not even in his fucking prime. If we really being honest, Cade just got into his prime. Like I said, he's next up. Maxey ain't even in his prime yet. He's next up. Spider and Book only got a couple more years in their prime. I ain't gonna say 2, but 3 to 5 in their prime. And it really depends on how they approach the game. Because Spider probably looked up to Harden at one time. Harden respects Spider. The way they play is exactly how I said. He'll tell you. I said Garland and Spider wasn't going to work. And for damn near the same reasons, I said Spider and Harden wasn't going to work. Who's the common denominator? It's Spider. But Spider's that dude. Spider is great. He was in Utah and now he's in Cleveland. You got to do more in those kind of markets. He ain't even been past the second round. Book did what? No. Book did get to a finals with Chris Paul. What has Book done since Chris Paul? Yes, I say it.
Terrible.
Phoenix. I say it. Phoenix has done an injustice to Devin Booker. But guess who don't care? So guess why I won't care? Devin Booker. Because he could have left, but he signed on that dotted line. He could have left again, but he signed on that dotted line again. Devin Booker chasing his money, get your money. Get your money and lose. And shoot 13, 14 shots in closeout games. This shit ain't going to cut it. This shit ain't going to cut it. Like Melo said, he needs to be in Detroit next to Cade so he can just be Book. He didn't have a point guard before Chris Paul. He ain't had a point guard since Chris Paul. He ain't put no pressure on Phoenix to get him one. Because he said, okay, I'll do it. I'm getting paid $250 million. I ain't tripping. Book ain't no fucking superstar. Because even if he did reach that level in 21, they lost. And he couldn't sustain it. What did Phoenix do in 22? I know they didn't even make the fucking playoffs in 25. And I know they lost in the first round in 24.
22, that's because Chris Paul hits a huge 3 to cut. Like, the year they got blown out by Dallas. In 22.
Goddamn right. Got on their motherfucking ass.
D-Book made that 2K up to that.
Devin Booker was great in 22.
Booker was a superstar.
Devin Booker was great in 22. I put Devin Booker above Spider as far as he was there, but he lost it. He lost it.
He lost it, but Devin Booker was a superstar.
Okay. He lost it. He's not a superstar right now. He ain't been a superstar the last 3 years. He got there. You're absolutely right. I'll give it to him. He had a 2-year run, possibly 3, where he reached superstar status. He couldn't maintain it. He wasn't ready for it. He didn't want it. He got the money. That's what Devin Booker was. Devin Booker got paid and got comfortable. Spider, he ain't reached it yet. He ain't reached it. You got to do more winning in Utah and Cleveland. You got to do more. Jalen Brunson, like, bro, how fucking dare you defend Book, Spider, and make a case for Cade, even though I know you love Cade and you used to love Spider. I'm not saying you still don't, but the way he go after Cade is how he used to go after Spider and Ja. You defend them four, Book, Ja, Cade, and Spider, but you trying to fucking tell me Jalen Brunson ain't? Jalen Brunson doing this shit in New York. I just told you how New York is with the Knicks. That shit is Friday Night Lights in Texas, man. Jalen Brunson is a fucking superstar. But yeah, nice discussion. It's my longest. They're getting longer because I be saying shit. Maybe y'all like it, maybe y'all don't. Holla at me. Let me know. I appreciate you if you've been here.